Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. Today I'm videoing my card ready for January. It's actually the break between Christmas and New Year right now, but I just wanted to get a little head start and a couple of videos extra just in case we decided to do anything or go anywhere and I didn't have a video to put up. So the card that I'm making uses the mini catalogue, the one that starts January the 3rd, and it also uses some of the celebration items. Now, celebration items are ones that we can earn for free, and when you spend a certain amount of money on an order, you can get one item for free or more depending on how much you spend. And today I'm using quite a lot of the celebration items. And what I'm making is a little double gatefold card. So it opens like a gatefold, but my DSP and my images go horizontally rather than vertically, which is usually what I make. So this is the card for today. Once you get your little pieces cut out, it's really quick to put together. And it's just a little bit different. And I've made these cards before, but normally I don't do 3 layers on the top. I only do DSP and a piece of card, but I thought it looked quite pretty with the black just to offset it as well. So this is my card for today, and I'll show you how to make it and which of the things I got for free. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this paper actually, and some of it is available from the celebration, but my pack was actually, I bought the little tiny paper trimmer, and with that little trimmer you got a pack of 48 pieces of assorted DSP from the new catalogue. Now you can get some of these papers from celebration. This one, Lily Impressions I think it's called. There's a whole pack of that if you spend $60 Canadian, you can get the free pack of that. And I'm using one of those pieces and one from a set that's in the mini catalogue. But the way to get this little trimmer and this pack for free is to join up as a demonstrator. Now, if you join up as a demonstrator, you certainly don't have to run it as a business where you have people that want to come to card classes or you're trying to sell things. You can just keep it as your own little discount, and you can get between 20 and 25% discount on all your orders, and just keep it as, you know, like using coupons anywhere else. You always get a discount. So you certainly don't have to be a demonstrator who wants to sell things or have a team or make cards for anyone else but you. And if you do sign up, this is one of the gifts that you get. You also get a free stamp set, and instead of $135, instead of $165, you pay $135 and choose whichever kit items that you want. So you spend $165 and it costs you $135. You get a free stamp set, the little trimmer, the paper, and usually you get a paper pumpkin kit as well. So it really is a good deal, and you'll find that most people join for that deal. Okay, so going back to this, you know that I'm using some of the paper from the mini catalogue, and I'm also using this stamp set, which is a celebration item. If you spend $60 Canadian, you can get this one for free. And it also has a little matching punch for these flowers here. And if you spend $120, you get the punch for free. So I managed to get the whole set, and that's what I'm using today. So let's get started. I've chosen Old Olive as my base, and if you need to know the sizings and everything, hop on over to my blog because everything's there. So I'm just going to score this, and I'm still using my old trimmer because my new trimmer's downstairs and I just didn't want to go get it. So this piece of card I'm going to score at 2 3/4. and you can either score it, open up and score at 8 1/4, or you can turn it over and score the other side at 2 3/4. It makes no difference. I'm just going to go down to 8 1/4 because I've already opened this. Okay, let's pop that away. So this will make our gatefold. I'm just going to turn it over and fold it. So that's the basic card shape that we need. And then I've used some of the paper from that little paper pack that I showed you, but it is also available as a full pack. I'm just trying to think what it's called. Best Dressed DSP. It's the one that has the little perfume bottles and lipsticks and shoes and things. And then this little piece is from the Lily Impressions. And then I've just got 2 pieces of black card and 2 pieces of Whisper White, and I'm just going to add them together. Just going to have them layered. Makes it a really quick and easy little card. Let's do this piece. And I'm putting it together with my snail, but you could use liquid glue, you could use tear and tape, whatever you want. Thinking I'm just going to have to change my glue that I think it's just run out, so let's just open this. And it doesn't want to open. There we go. Yeah, it has. It's run out. So let me get a new one out. Refills make this so easy. You don't have to wind anything on. You don't have to sort of set the tape in. All you do is literally just pop the 2 pieces together and you're ready to go. Okay. I used to have one of those ATG guns before I started doing Stampin' Up, and I loved that, but oh man, it was a faff putting that tape in sometimes. So I really like the fact that this is so quick and simple. I still like my fast views, don't get me wrong, but because Stampin' Up don't sell that anymore, I can't get the refills for my Stampin' Up one. So snail has become my friend unless I need a stronger bond, and then I use my liquid glue or I'll use tear and tape. Okay, so they're the 2 pieces that we need for the front. Now, the piece for inside, I've got a piece of basic black that's going to go here and a piece of Whisper White. And before I glue those in, I'm actually just going to stamp on the Whisper White piece. So let's see, where's my stamp set? Okay, so I'm going to use this stamp as the sort of behind the flowers, and then I'm going to use these 2 stamps. So I've got them all ready. I've got my old olive, and I've got the leaf stamp. It's very tricky to see from there, I know, but I'm just going to ink it up with old olive, and then I'm just going to set it in the corner, and that's all I need. I'm just going to put this away for a few moments. And today I've actually got my stamping scrub out, so that's what I'm using today to clean my stamps. Okay, I'll leave that out, but over to the side. Right, and then I'm just going to put 3 little flowers inside. So I've got both of the flower stamps mounted on here, and I've got my lovely lipstick. And I'm just going to stamp it 3 times. I'm not going to stamp off or anything. I'm just going to put it in here. And I'm not worrying that it's overlapping on the green at all. And then I'm going to use my Petal Pink. Where's that? I'm going to use Petal Pink as the inside colour. And And I know that you can see the leaves through the petal pink, but that's okay. I just wanted it to have that sort of impression on the inside, that's all. Now, if you didn't want it like that, what you could also do, in fact, I'll show you on the back. Let's get that old olive again. Just going to stamp that and clean that stamp off, and then we don't need that one again. So what you could do then, because I'm going to do this later anyway, is stamp, let's get that. I'm just going to do this outline, and I'm making it so that it looks like a little body, head at the top, 2 arms, 2 legs, because that just makes it quicker for when we punch out. Okay. I don't need that one again for a moment. And I'm going to get my petal pink again. Go over the top of these. It doesn't matter if it's slightly off. It's no, it's just giving you that sort of impression. It doesn't matter if it's not stamped perfectly at all. Okay, and then I'm going to use the punch. I'm just going to punch them out. It's got quite a nice border on this punch, so when you punch it out, you get nice little white border on there. And you see now why I said about having it like a little body, head, 2 arms and 2 legs, because that's the way that the punch is set, so that just makes it easier. There you go. Okay, and then rather than stamping like we did here, let me find my wet glue. Or actually, I've got my glue dots here. That'll work as well. Then put a glue dot on each one. And that way, if you don't want it to have the green showing through, you won't see the leaves and sort of in the stamping at all. That looks pretty. Let's put it that way around in the card. We'll attach that to the back. Just make sure it's level. Okay. And then let's put that in the middle of our card. So this is where our gatefold is, and it's just going to go in the middle here. Okay, now we've got these 2 pieces that we already made, and I'm going to actually attach them onto here. I'm going to have the plain one at the bottom and the patterned one at the top, because I want to put my sentiment on here. Just wondering why that isn't quite meeting up in the middle. I can't have scored it perfectly. But never mind. Okay, so when we attach these, I'm going to have the flowery one at the top, and I'm only going to adhere this half. So once I turn it over, I know that I've only got to put glue or tape over here. Oops. And then I'm going to close it up. I'm going to put my bottom one on so that I can see where that goes. And then I'm just going to put my top one on so that it sort of matches, and I know it's in the right place. Now this one, I'm only going to put the glue at the right hand side. And again, I'm going to close it up and then use that top one to line up the bottom one. Okay, so now when it opens, there's your little gatefold. Okay. Now next, what I did was on a little piece of scrap, I had just stamped this, the little sentiment that says, "I'm always amazed, but never surprised by your thoughtfulness." And then I used my stitched rectangles and just chose one of them that I liked the size of, ready to cut it out. You could use any of the punches. You don't have to have stitched rectangles. You can just cut a rectangle, whatever you want. Okay, and I'm just going to attach it sort of right in the middle there. But you could have it off to one side, like this, however you wanted, really. Okay, I'll close that up. And then I'll just try and make sure that this is fairly central. Right. And then I'm going to put more little flowers on here and little leaves. And probably what I could have done is stamped the leaves on before I attached it. So I'm just going to open the card to keep this piece flat. And I've got my old olive. And I'm using this little leaf here. So I've already got it mounted on here. And let's see. Oh. Not really worried about where I put the leaves because you'll only see a little part of them anyway. So I'm just going to put it on 3 times. There. That will do. I'll just clean that stamp. Okay, now let's go back to folding it. And then what I'm going to do is just make some more of those little flowers. I've got a couple of little bits as well. Oh, let's see. I might just use all the pink ones that I've got. Or let's have a look. I might make them so that they match inside as well. So I'm just going to stamp a few more. Where's my little stamp? There it is. So I need the lovely lipstick for my outline. And remember, I'm going to have it so that it looks like a body. Head, 2 arms, 2 legs, just to make it easier for when I come to punch it out. Okay, and then I'm just going to get a little piece of scrap. And I'm going to get the one that fills in with colour. And I'm just going to see what it's like as well, having, let's move that over there, having just different colours of the pink. So that would be like the first generation, that's really strong. And as you carry on stamping, it gets lighter. So I'm just going to do a couple in this sort of middle one. So it's stamped off, and then I'm going to fill in here. And then stamped off. And fill in here. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean that because I'm going to do a couple with the petal pink as well. But you could do the flowers to match whatever DSP you've got. I'm only doing this because these are the colours that are in the DSP. Lovely lipstick is the one that's on here, and this is the petal pink. So I'm just using those colours. Right, and then let's punch those out. I don't need that scrap anymore. I can see this is going to be a really handy little punch to have for embellishments and things as well. Okay. And then I'm just going to put my 3 little ones on. Let's find some. Okay. See which colours I'm going to put. I might just put one of each. So if I put one here Let's try that one. I like how that one's cut out a little bit better than that one. Okay, and then this is a paler one. It doesn't look an awful lot paler, but you can just see that it's paler. So they're the three I'm going for. Let's get my glue dots again. And I'm just going to offset them a little bit so that they stick over the card that has the sentiment on in some parts. And you could certainly put the last one on with a little dimensional as well to make it look as though it's a little bit higher. Let me just see if no, I don't want that one. Okay, but you could make it so that it's raised up a little bit more. Okay, and then the last thing I've got for my card are some of the new rhinestones, which are champagne. And I don't know if that's showing up on the camera, but it's very, very pretty, almost like a light rose gold. So they come with the Parisian set, which is a really, really pretty sweet. And I will be making lots of things with that sweet as well. So I'm just going to take the smaller ones and pop 3 on there. And I'm also going to put just a couple at the top here, just so that it sort of matches. And there. Let's move those. And there we are. That's my little double gatefold card, ready to write and to send to somebody. Now, let me find my first one that I did. So a nice, quick and easy little fold. I'm just going to put that punch on there just to stop them jumping off the paper here. Okay, and that's the little punch and the Thoughtful Blooms, which is the free set that I used. So let me put these here now so that you can see them all together. There we go. So if you get the chance to place an order and you want to have a nice set from Celebration, I think this stamp set and the little punch are going to be ones that we can use a lot. And I think they'll be very, very popular too. So thank you again for watching me, and I will see you all again very soon. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.